Hello students, we are back with our biology class once again. In our last class, we have learnt about the male reproductive system. Today we will start our class from the female reproductive system. The female reproductive system, it consists of primary sex organ, secondary sex organ, external genitalia. Like in our last class we have learnt about the male reproductive system. The consistency is the same, only the names will vary. The primary sex organ here are the ovary. The secondary sex organs are here also divided into accessory duct and accessory glands. Accessory glands are the mammary glands, and accessory duct are the pair of oviduct, the fallopian tube, uterus, cervix and vagina. Now first we will discuss about the ovaries. Now ovaries, what are these? These are the primary female sex organ which produce the female gametes or the ovum, and different types of steroid hormones or the ovarian hormones are also formed by the ovaries. Now where are the ovaries located? The ovaries are located one on each side of the lower abdomen, and they remain attached to the pelvic wall and uterus by means of ovarian ligaments. Now each ovary, it is almond like flattened body which measures about 2 to 4 centimeter in length, and the outer region of the ovary, it is composed of the developing follicles, and the middle region it forms the stroma, and it connects it consists of different types of connective tissues, blood vessels and mature follicles. The stroma is basically divided into two regions. One is the peripheral cortex and another is the inner medulla. Oviduct or the fallopian tubes, how are these? These are two small tubes about 10 to 12 centimeter in length, and it lies on either side of the uterus near the kidney region. The opening of the fallopian tube is expanded into funnel shaped infundibulum, and the end of the infundibulum has finger like projections which is known as fimbriae. They move closer to the ovarian walls for the purpose of ovulation, and they collect the ovum after the process of ovulation. The infundibulum, it leads to a wider part of the oviduct that is known as ampulla. Okay, and isthmus is the last part of the oviduct which has a narrow lumen, and it joins the uterus. Uterus is the womb vitae. It is a single, hollow, muscular, pear-shaped structure that is supported by ligaments, and it is attached to the pelvic wall and is present below the urinary bladder and the rectum. The lower part of the uterus is very narrow and is known as cervix, and the cavity of the cervix is called the cervical canal, and it forms the birth canal along with the vagina. Understood? And the wall of the uterus, it has three layers of tissues. One is the perimetrium, another is the myometrium, and third is the endometrium. Perimetrium is the outer thin covering of the uterus wall. Myometrium is the middle thick layer of smooth muscle fiber, and it contracts strongly during the delivery of the baby. And endometrium is the inner layer, and it contains glands and many blood vessels. And this endometrium, basically it undergoes different changes during the process of menstrual cycle. Clear? Now the mammary glands, that is the it's the second, or we can say it contains the glandular tissues, the breast, and each glandular tissues is divided into 15 to 20 mammary lobes, and each lobe consists of alveoli, and that alveoli it opens into the mammary tubules. This mammary tubules of each lobe, it opens into small mammary duct, and several mammary this duct it joins to form a wider mammary ampulla. Okay, that is connected to lactiferous duct just before the nipple, through which the milk is released. Understood? Next is external genitalia or vulva. These external genitalia of the females are collectively called vulva, and it consists of major four parts. One is mons pubis, second is labia majora, third is clitoris, and fourth is hymen. What is mons pubis? It is a cushion of fatty tissues which is covered with skin and pubic hair. The external we are talking about. Next, labia majora, the two folds of the tissues which extend down from the mons pubis and is surrounded by vaginal opening just inside the labia majora, that is labia minora, which enclose the vestibule containing the tiny opening of the urethra and the large mouth of the vagina. Understood? Next is clitoris. It is a tiny finger-like structure which lies at the upper junction of the two labia minora above the urethral opening. Fourth is the hymen. Hymen is a thin mucous membrane which covers the vaginal opening either partially or entirely. The hymen, it often sometimes breaks during the first intercourse or during sports. Those who are having strenuous physical exercise like horse riding, cycling, or sudden fall, in these people the hymen prematurely breaks before even after intercourse, before the intercourse. So it's not as such that a girl's hymen is teared off, so she has lost her virginity. It is not as such. So during physical exercise also this hymen may be cut off, it may be dissolved. Next is gametogenesis, the process of the gamete formation in the gonads. In both the cases, in case of testis and ovary, in sexually reproducing organism, this process is known as gametogenesis. Now, two processes of gametogenesis. One is the spermatogenesis. It is the formation of the haploid spermatozoa or sperms from diploid spermatogonia. Okay. Next is the oogenesis. This is the formation of haploid ovum from the diploid germ cell in the ovary. The spermatogenesis we will discuss in details about both these, spermatogenesis and oogenesis. First is spermatogenesis, the process of the formation of spermatozoa or sperms from the diploid spermatogonia is called spermatogenesis. Basically, it is the male process of formation of the sperm which is taking place in different phases. First is the multiplication phase. In multiplication phase, the male germ cell, it is present on the inside cell or inside wall of the of the seminiferous tubule. Okay, and it multiplied by mitotic division and increase in number. This is the first phase or the multiplication phase. Second phase is the growth phase. In this growth phase, the spermatogonia, it grows and it increases in size slowly and it forms the primary spermatocytes. Each spermatogonium is diploid and it contains 46 chromosomes. Understood? The third phase is the maturation phase or the formation of spermatids. Some of the spermatogonia is called the primary spermatocytes. Periodically, they undergo the process of meiosis. A primary spermatocyte, it completes the first meiotic division. Meiotic division is the reduction division, and it leads to the formation of two equal haploid cells, which is known as the secondary spermatocytes. They have only 23 chromosomes each, and the secondary spermatocyte, it undergoes the second meiotic division and produces 4 haploid spermatids. Understood? This is the third maturation phase or formation of spermatid. The fourth phase is the differentiation phase. In this phase, the spermatids, they are transformed into spermatozoa or sperms by the process of spermiogenesis. The sperm head, it gets attached to the Sertoli cells and they draw nourishment, and they are finally released from the seminiferous tubule, and this process is known as spermiation. Understood? Now this spermatogenesis, it is initiated at the age of puberty by gonadotropin releasing hormone, in short we say as GnRH. Okay, and this is secreted by the hypothalamus. Clear? And the increased levels of gonadotropin releasing hormone or GnRH, it stimulates the anterior pituitary, which then secretes the follicle stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone. And the follicle stimulating hormone, it stimulates the Sertoli cells and secretes some factors which help in this process of spermiogenesis. And the luteinizing cell, or apart from this luteinizing cell, there are the Leydig cells also. This Leydig cells, in short we say as LH, capital L, capital H, Leydig cells, or the Leydig hormones, LH. They cause the secretion of the testosterone from the testis. Understood? Till this much today. We will continue with the remaining portion in our next class. Thank you.